in this report. So back to the Facebook page, and you'll see that since I've shared this report, I've had a post from one of the homeowners that says, "Very interesting, thanks for sharing." So I posted this a couple of days ago, and automatically I've got someone from the neighborhood who has actually seen this. Now, I live in this neighborhood, so even though I am a registered real estate broker in the state of Georgia, I'm not an active selling broker. However, I'm doing this for our homeowners here in my subdivision, but I wanted to give you this as an example of exactly what it is that you can do. I'm sure a lot of these people already know who I am because I used to be the board president here. So that's some of the things that you can do, or one of the things you can do with your neighborhood report. So I'm going to go back over to the report itself. Over on the right-hand side, you'll see where it says Save Your Current Report, or at this file here, it says Open Your Saved Report. So here's where I actually saved this report when I created it before. You can save all these different reports if you would like to. So you might be working 5 different subdivisions, or a specific area. It might not be a subdivision, it might be a particular area. All depends on how it is that you want to create these reports and hand them out, or send them as an email, or post them on the web. So I'm going to cancel this. So you'll notice here that it's got different reports: client, listing presentation, school quickie, open house. These are some of our canned reports that we already have automatically in the system. But if you hover over here, it says right-click to edit this report. It says what's in it, how to use it, and edit it. So if I'm going to go to edit, you'll notice where it's got all the different check marks. This happens to be what's in the actual website itself, or I should say the report. You could click on crime if you wanted to, but I'm leaving crime out of it. I don't really want to have it at the state level as well. But if you click the little plus mark, which is neighborhood, for instance, it's going to give you even more information that we've provided. So you can uncheck this as well, and it will not be in the actual report. If you look to the right, these are all the inherent pages. This is how they all are in order on the report. So you see where it says housing, recent home sales? You can actually take that. You can move housing, recent home sales. You can put it on the very first page if you would like to. If you make any changes to this, make sure to hit Saved. Before you hit Save, though, you might, if you're going to create a custom report and you want to use that report from now on, create a report name if you want, then hit Save itself. I'm going to cancel this because I don't want to save this report. But that's one of the things that you can do. So each one of these is FSBO. You can look at each one of these reports and it'll tell you. At the top here, you can do charts as well, as where there's one chart per page, which actually makes it a lot more lengthy. So I would typically stick with 2 charts per page. Just remember, if you want to run this report, it'll create a PDF of just what I showed you a minute ago that I posted on Facebook. You can email it or post it. Any of these that you pick, just remember to hit Run Report. Email report works just like any other email system, but it's actually emailed out of eNeighborhoods. So this is what we call neighborhood report, also known as Neighborhood Envoy, or just Envoy itself. So I'm going to go back over here to Prepared For, and go back to where it says Neighborhood Start Page on the left-hand side over here. When you hit Neighborhood Start Page, you now see the Go Mobile. When you click on Go Mobile, the explanation of what Go Mobile is, so you'll see right here where it says Sprint PC 36100. You can actually create, or I should say you can download the neighborhood report to your iPhone, your iPad, or you can put it on your Droid. So I happen to have a Sprint HTC Evo Droid phone. You can place this particular widget app, actually it's an app, on 2 different devices at one time. That's how much we allow you to do it. So here I've gone to my phone on my Evo, HTC Evo, downloaded the Envoy app from the Market Center. You can get it from Amazon as well, but Market's going to have it. Downloaded the app, and then once it was downloaded and I opened up the Envoy on my phone, it asked for an authentication key, if I can say that correctly. It's going to ask you for a numeric value. So here mine is 2475977. So when I entered that in and started using the Envoy, it recognized my Envoy, my Sprint phone here. So here's my Sprint phone, and it's A100. That's our unique code. So let's say, for instance, I had an iPad as well. So if I downloaded from the iTunes store, got the app off of there, and put the app on my iPad, then it put the authentication code on, and it would then show my iPad right here as device 2. So the most devices you can have this on for you is 1 or 2 of them. So 2 at one time. So the thing about the app that's unique is if you have the app on your phone, you can find where churches are, where schools are. It takes the GPS of where you are standing currently. So it'll show you where the recent home sales is. Once you download this app, it's essentially what it is. It's like your neighborhood report on your smartphone. It's just your neighborhood report on your smartphone. You can't email the report, but it's like sitting there. It'll show you recent home sales, where churches, where schools are, about neighborhood data. So if you're using your iPad or a smartphone, iPhone, Droid, whatever, you can actually show a consumer, if they're like showing a house, they want to know where the local churches are, you can actually show them from your smartphone device or your iPad. Really pretty slick, kind of easy if you want to use it. That's the explanation as far as what's called the Envoy Mobile. Let me get back over here to start the page again. So, Neighborhood Envoy Web. Now the explanation of what this is it is a branded website for you where consumers can actually search for any property and get neighborhood information anywhere in America. So when you click on the web, it's going to give you 2 different, it's going to ask you if you're going to place this report in your website. If you read up here at the top, it says you can display Envoy Web neighborhood information on a maximum of 2 authorized websites. Enter the full domain names of your authorized websites here. So I have a website called brokerbobsales.com. And here's a second one you could do as well. And then you want to hit save. But here you'll see, use this direct link below to link your neighborhood Envoy report information below. So you can either have an embedded report into your website or have it where it opens up in another website or another page, which I should say. So it's pretty self-explanatory over on the left-hand side, but it shows where it is. So you'll see it's going to say Realty USA here. It's going to have your photos. It's going to have your information here. And this is essentially what the report looks like, but the consumer will actually type in an address. So let me show you real quick, and I'll go to a website. It's a tiny URL. Let's get rid of that. So let's go to Broker Bob. Type it correctly. We'll go to my website, whatever website you might have. So you've got websites from your Realty USA. So as soon as my website pops up here, I'm going to show you a link that I created to the Envoy. Right here it says Envoy. I'm going to click that. So here we go. Here's my logo at the left, Homes Media Solutions. It's got Robert Patterson. Here's my phone number. You can email me. Here's my picture. But here's the example. So I'm going to type in my particular address where I live. So Oakhampton Way, Duluth, Georgia, 30096. I'm going to hit search. So now, the default on this particular page is the schools. So consumers can type in any address in America, Alaska, Hawaii, and get neighborhood information. So you'll see now where it's actually showing where the different schools are, and it shows the schools here. Harris Elementary, Charles Bryant. You can do private schools, public, but it'll actually show where the homes are here as well. You can look at demographics. Here's income, and there's where it's showing the subject property here in the middle. You can click on age, employment, household, population, for instance. You can do it at the census block level, at the city level, or you can do it at the county level. And you'll notice that these things change each time you hit one of these. Census block is the closest that you'll get to. Here's where churches. Here's climate. And at the top left is home sales. So it doesn't refine like bed and bath, but it gives you all the home sales. So here's an example. Here's Amesbury. This same information is what I had a moment ago. It was in the report that I got out of the MLS as well. But there's multiple here. There's back in May, April. These are outside of the actual subdivision here. So my neighborhood report that I created was actually only listings within Hampton Place subdivision. So you can post this link anywhere you want, or you can actually embed this into your website as well. So that's neighborhood report in a nutshell. Let's go back to eNeighborhoods, go back to Envoy start page. And again, this is the neighborhood reporting to the left, Go Mobile in the center, and Go Web here on the right-hand side. So this is just a neighborhood report you can create. This is the actual for your device, and this is what you can place on your website. All three modules are part of the Envoy. So I appreciate your time today. Get in and play with the actual Envoy neighborhood report. There's a lot you can do with it. I'm sure there's things you can think of how you can create these neighborhood reports. You can embed these and use these in your social media on a daily basis as providing information. So I appreciate your time today. Have a great one, and thanks much.